So I'm Dr. Shirley Atkinson. I'm an academic at Plymouth University and I teach programming, project management. I look after the BSc Computing programme. I used to look after the Web Applications Development programme, but that's finished. I've been there since 2005, which is when I went there from industry to do my PhD. So I was in industry prior to becoming an academic. Our computing degrees cover the undergraduates and the postgraduates. So usually young people coming out of school, they've got their A-levels, they'll start on the undergraduate degrees. But there are times when people go, actually that's not for me, at 18 I want to do something different, and they'll come later. And they're often brilliant. Well, with the new computing curriculum that came in, 2 or 3 years ago, we've been helping support teachers actually deliver content and good quality teaching for computing from primary schools and secondary schools. So that's quite a mixture of things that we've had to adjust, repurpose some of the materials that we've got, but we've then helped support what we call the master teachers then go through into the schools. We believe we need to support our local community that's on our doorstep. We've supported Agile for quite a number of years. The School of Computing, Electronics and Maths has actually sponsored Agile for the last 3 years. Plymouth Uni as a whole was sponsoring it prior to that. I think what we bring to it, yes, we bring the sponsorship to it, but I think it is more my students come and see actually there is a wealth of technology companies within Cornwall on our own doorstep, and just encouraging them to actually look west and not east. I think lack of awareness. Certainly when we did our field trip in September, students remarked afterwards they did not know that there was that much within the southwest. So I think people don't know that actually there's plenty down here. We've got the usual getting places. You know, the transport infrastructure is not always great, and unfortunately if you're travelling by train they'll terminate at Plymouth and go make the rest of your way home. So I feel for anybody along the line beyond that. So infrastructure doesn't help us sometimes, but then I think what Software Cornwall have done, I think, is starting to raise that awareness and break down those barriers. So, well, it's such a lovely part of the world, isn't it? It's not crammed full of commuter traffic and smog and smoke, and there's quality of life, I think, or I feel. And there's not that frenetic sense of activity. I have worked in London. I did it as a young person. Perhaps that's useful for people, but only for a very short period of time, then come back. Yes, absolutely. Of the 5 years I've been bringing students, the majority of students have had offers of work, offers of placements. They've been able to go and see what's been happening, and actually, yes, brings it alive. And from a purely selfish perspective, they then go, oh, all the things you're teaching me actually are relevant. We can see how that works now. Me personally, I've been 4 out of the 5 that we've been involved. It's been good to see it grow. It's become very, very slickly organised, and that's really fabulous. The way the food's delivered has changed, but the content and the talks remain high quality. They've always been very good.